the delay as we're having some party issues. At the moment it's just me as we're having Xbox issues. So we're here for F3 Monaco. I'm your streamer and will be full time RSF1 Eastern. And we're here for the Monaco Grand Prix for F3. Oh, so as we hear it, I believe quickly running over the standings, we have is RSF1 Science that currently leads the way in F3, followed by RSF1 Falcon, who's 27 points behind. Then it's Quaker Oats and AlphaTauri, a further 10 behind Falcon. In P4 then we have the Racing Point of Cooper Benz, followed by Stretch and Camel, Mercedes and Racing Point respectively. Then we have the two Renaults of Peachy Pig, Shane and Peachy Pig. Then Beast Pro is in, followed in behind Peachy Pig. Then we have RSF1 Eagle, Monster Skyline Milksy, both Alfa Romeo drives. Then we have Eyes the Best, SSRL Gasly, Maniac Spooky, Quirky Turtle, OG James, Blazer and Braver rounding out the grid. So we're going to look to go on board with the driver here. We'll jump on board with Eyes the Best here in the Red Bull. Come to the tunnel section here down at Nouvelle Chicane. One of the only possible overtaking zones on the track. Does that very nicely, riding the curbs, turning perfectly. Now through to back, very nicely done, coming through the quick corners of the swimming pool chicane. Very nicely done. Now down into to back. Always went a bit deep there. That's going to cost him a bit of time into Nog's last corner. It's not a bad lap. Where's it going to put him? It's an 11.3, puts him into P11. But he's on another lap. What's his teammate on RSF1 Science Championship leader? It's a 10.4, puts himself into P2. Very nicely done there. Next driver I believe will be Peachy, always invalidated, never mind. Quirky Turtle's going on. Starting a flying lap, so down into Sandavot, turn 1. Very nicely done, riding over that curb. Now coming up the casino section. Through into this very long sweeping left hand corner. RSF1 also goes quickest with a 10.3 in the Williams car. Now down in the middle, boys went a bit deep there. Quirky Turtle, but he's corrected into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Very nicely done through these corners, down into Portier now. Again, very nicely done, short shifting to minimise the traction. Oh, Sainz goes quickest with a 9.8. Wow, we're onto the 9s already. Quirky Turtle down into Nouvelle Chicane, nicely done, riding the curbs. Very nicely. Through to back, now coming through the swimming pool chicane. Oh, he's backed off of it. Watch Blazer on his lap now, coming through the swimming pool chicane. Nicely done, throwing the car about over those curves. Now into Raskas. Now coming in anti-gnomes. Leaves in second there. And revs out the engine. Out on the exit of the corner is going to be a 10.3 when Blazer puts himself into P3. Falcon as well's on a lap. And the Williams car. Down to the Grand Hotel hairpin, short shifts mid corner to minimise the traction. Now into Portier. Shane moves out of the way very nicely. Peachy Pig, sorry, moves out of the way very nicely for the approach from Williams. Down into Nouvelle Chicane from Falcon. Short shifts mid corner again. Through to back, very nicely done from Falcon. He's all over. Always very close to that wall, but very committed. Short shifting a lot there to minimise wheel spin. Coming through the last corner, it's a 10-3, puts himself in the P4. Cooper, Benz and Cowell, 2 race points on laps. And then Mirabel goes Camel, he's went a bit deep there, that's not going to hinder him, the no traction bottle. What can he do? Always slap that wall hard at the Grand Hotel hairpin, and he's got damage. But he's still going for it, Camel, to be fair. That's not dampening his spirits through to back. Fourth gear, he's right up against that wall. Through the swim pull chicane. Nicely done again from Camel, and Rascas now. Oh, he's backed out of it. What's Cooper Benz on? And the Rascas. For the other Racing Point driver. Oh, he's right up against the wall there. Saints retires in the pits, that should get him through. Cooper Benz, it's a 10-6 for the Racing Point driver into P8. I believe Petrie Pigs in it, because yes he is. Coming through the anti-nob section, coming across the line, it's a 10-8, puts himself into P14 behind his teammate RSF1 Shane. I believe no one's on a lap as we speak. We've got a lot of drivers filing at the pit lane. So who's going to be the first one of them to set a lap? It's a Haas. It's going to be Quirky Turtle. No, hello A-Watt in the chat, and also Old Man Cod, hi guys. Is Craig not? No, Craig doesn't commentate on this tier anymore. It'll be me and VLSF in the future. It's a bit of a shame as we didn't get to see Craig and Collins that much here, but things happen in life. On board with Quirky, it's looked a pretty nice and clean lap so far. And oh, that's very nicely done, using all the track there to his advantage. Falcon retires in the pit lane as well. The Williams car. Koala gets a 5 grey red penalty for blocking. Oh, it's a bit awkward there for Quirky Turtle. Always went deep as well. His only shot, can he get out the drop zone? No, it's a bit of a dodgy end to the lap. It's not going to be competitive time. It's a 11.999. Doesn't improve on his best, but he's got a couple more cracks at it. He's going to be next. Musical Rocket, invalidated. His lap Braver, he's also invalidated. What about Spooky? He's on a lap. Spooky in the McLaren. Very nicely done. He's half a second up on his time, which will currently put him on a 10.2. But he's approaching a slow car with Braver. Gets out of the way in a bit of an awkward spot. Now through the anti-gnomes, not too bad at all. Coming through the last corner. To the line, it's a 9.8 just behind the championship leader RSF1 Saints. Frying a Racing Point, Camel's on beginning a lap. Quakerals is on a lap just behind 4.5 tenths up. In his time, what can he do for the AlphaTauri team? Can he match his teammate LR Blazer Guns? He can, up into P6. Oh, Shane jumped up, I missed that one. And he's currently going again. We'll jump on board with the Renault driver. As he's currently sat in P7, he should be safe as it stands, but there's a slow move. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. Braver session, could he Braver make it in for another run? Quirky Toro improved to a 10.9, puts Eyes in danger, and out. Eyes is out. Braver doesn't have long to get to the line. Can he do it? He's got 5 seconds. It's gonna be tight. He should just do it. Yeah, he's just gonna do it with a second on the clock. Feature Pig's on a lap. Oh, Koala's 9.6, quickest lap of the day. Camel 10.3 as well. Oh, Feature Pig's invalid. I just missed that. It's all Bravers round as well at the port here, so that's all she wrote for qualifying. That's an interesting qualifying session there. I had a lot of times flying in. 3 drivers in the 9s. Very good qualifying session that. So Braver's just going to cross the line to finish up the session here in the Haas. So, going over the classifications of Q1, it's Koala VG top in the session for the Ferrari team. Then it's RSF1 Saint in the Red Bull in P2, followed by Spooky in P3. Our drivers eliminated from this session. We have RSF1 Mills, who I believe did crash. I didn't quite catch that though. Braver Container in 18th in the Haas. Musical Rocket 73 in the Ferrari, and Red Bull is the best in P16. So I believe that our first driver will be out in this. The first driver out on track in this session will be the AlphaTauri of Quaker Oats, who's decided to slap on the mediums. So it'll be Quaker Oats followed by Shane in the Renault. So it's going to be Quaker Oats, the first driver out on the circuit on the medium tyres for the AlphaTauri team. So beginning his lap, coming through Anthony Noakes to start his flying lap. Coming down into turn 1 of Sandevort, very nicely done, cutting the curve perfectly, running it right out towards wall. Bit of contact made, but nothing major. Coming up through the casino section. Nicely done. Using all the track, oh, a bit wobbly, and then down into my robo now. Very tricky braking zone, down into first gear, short shifts. Now down into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Using all the track, then coming into port air. Tapping the curb on the inside now through the famous tunnel section. Over to, oh, made contact with the wall. I think he's got damage there as he's backed out of the lap. And he's decided to take the esports line and go straight over the hairpin. Chicane now, Shane's next. The Renault. That's very nicely done from the Renault driver. Committee member as well. Oh, that's contact with the wide. I wouldn't. Gasly's left the session. He's surprisingly got no damage. It'll be a Williams next. Falcon on an outlap, then it'll be a Mercedes. Oh, there's contact in the. Oh, be Mercedes next. Of stretch it'll be, but he's on an outlap. And Gasly's been disqualified, so it'll be Eagle. And the Mercedes. Very nicely done from the Mercedes driver. Very good looking car, this one. It's going to be an 11-7 to get the session rolling. Players on a cool down lap by the looks of things. Now he's going. Coming through down the straight. It's an 11-8 in the mediums. Nearly clears Eagle by a second. Camel on an invalid lap sets an 11-1. I believe it'll be Falcon next. Yep, it will, and there was Williams' car. Ken, can you quiet down a little bit, please? As Falconbach coming up to Rascast now. Very nicely done from the Williams driver. He's not. Oh, he's backed off. I see what he's done. And Oscar looks like he's just got damage coming out the pit lane. Wouldn't be ideal for the Williams driver. I think reserving for Maniac this week. Gets out the way nicely for Stretch, who's just finished the lap. Peachy Pigs jumped off with an 11-2 as well. Camel's not on another lap by the looks of things. Quirky Turtle's on a flyer, so we'll jump on board with Quirky Turtle on the soft tyres. So I'll just let you sit through and watch this lap and enjoy Monaco. Oh! He's backed off. Looks like it'll be Cooper Benz the next one round, I think, or will it be Koala? It'll be Koala. It'll be the next one round in the Ferrari car, reserving for Beast Pro this evening. By the looks of it, enjoying his RSF1 side moves out the way very nicely there for the closing drivers on flying laps. Oh, he's hit that wall hard and he's picked up wing damage. He's going to continue just to finish off the lap though. Commitment. As it's going to be an 11-1, throws himself up into P2 just in front of Stretchy. Oh, it's a 10-4 from Benz. Oh, there's a Ferrari. Oh, he's went back into the wall there. Koala down at turn 1. We'll watch RSF1 Oscar reserving for the Williams driver Maniac through swim pool chicane. Nicely done riding those curves. Gasly's left again. Now coming towards the line, what's it going to be? It's a 10-9. Just fell into P3. Shane's on a lap. Spooky's finishing a lap. What's Spooky going to do? It's a 10-2. Or 10-1 if you want to be precise. I'm now on board with Shane through the Grand Hotel hairpin. Now into Port A. Port A. Now through the tunnel section. And in Novell chicane, possible overtaking zone. Shane does that very nicely, hooking, using all the track to his advantage through the back. Now through the Anthony Gnomes. Coming through the final corner, it's going to be a 10-2, throws himself up into P2. Saints also will miss that, jumped up into P4 with a 10-5. Eagles on a lap, will jump on board, always went very deep, he's had to put it down in neutral and he's going to abandon that attempt. Saints on another one? Yeah, he is, by the looks of things. Gunning it with the RS. He's a 10th up in a minute, he's a 10th and a half up through the swim pool chicane into Raskas. He's done that very nicely, very command from the Red Bull driver coming across the line. It's a 10-4. Puts him on near enough on par with Cooper Benson, quickest on the mediums by 4/10. As I believe we're going to have an onboard lap. Looking at Polly's invalidated feature pick. So we'll jump back on board with the Ferrari of Koala. Nope, never mind. Quirkito's just begun a lap. Nahas. Cooper Benz retires as Quirkito goes down into the Novell chicane. And to back. And Quirkito does 11-1 on the mediums. Lubbock Hamill, he'll be the next one. Oh, it's a 10 flat for Camel. And the racing point, very good lap there. Falcons out in the mediums. Eagles on a lap, 4/10 up in the softs. There's a 10-2 from Eagle as well. Not looking very close this evening. Falcon Bot's now on the lap on his medium compound tyres. As Falcon's gunning it towards the Novell chicane where there's a few cars going slow ahead. Let's hope they'll both move out the way. Koala moves out the way nicely for Falcon. Through to back. He's lifted off a bit to avoid the wall, which is all fine and dandy. He's 1.11 seconds up. And you to back, no Rascas, sorry. Nicely done. Coming across the line very shortly. It's going to be 10-4 in the mediums, matching Saints. I believe there's a Mercedes on a lap of stretched in front. Peachy Pig's on a lap. Very nicely done from Peachy Pig, riding over those curves, very nicely manage the track limits and gain the most time he can. He's 6/10 up on his time. That would put on a 10-6 as it stands, but he's all over the track here. Very nicely done, using all the track to his advantage. 29 anti-nogs. It's a 10-1 from Peachy Pig. That was a great sector. Puts him into P2. Gassy, your car's just stopped in the middle of the track and then you got DQ'd from it. Anyone else on the lap? I believe Oscar will be. No, oh, Stretch 9-9. Good luck there from Stretch. What's Shane on his 800s up? On the soft compound tyres. Here comes Shane. He's had a bit of a dodgy last corner. Coming across the line. It's a 10-1. Puts him in the third, just in front of his teammate by a millisecond. Quaker's going to be the next driver. Koala's called out night. Here's Quaker. Oh, he's went a bit deep, Quaker has. Oh, that wobbly in exit as well. And there's a 10-1 from Quaker, puts himself into P3 in front of the two Renaults. It's all down to Oscar, can really knock his teammate out. Won't go down popular with Falcon if he does. Oh, he's done it. Puts himself into P8. And that's Falcon Bot out of qualifying. And also with Koala's 5th place grid penalty got, he'll start 18th. So having a quick look at the times as well from that session, there's only one driver in the top 10 will start in the medium compound tyres, which is RSF1's Saints. Falcon missing out on 1200ths as well. We're a bit unfortunate there for the Renault, not the Williams driver, shall I say. As Qual pulls into the pit lane, hopefully will retire straight away to avoid any shenanigans with the AI cars still on track. As now we retire through. So our top 10 for the Q3 show, the most important qualifying of the season. RSF1 Stretch, Camel 432, Quaker 1992, RSF1 Shane 0407, Peachy Pig, Spooky 8511, Eagle 78X, RSF1 Oscar, Cooper Benz and RSF1 signs are your top 10, and their drivers are eliminated are SSRL Gasly in the McLaren, Corky Turtle in the Haas, Koala VG who'll start 18th is set a time for 13th, Blazer in 12th, and Falconbot is in P11. So very interesting qualifying Q2 there, as we're going to move forward to the race. No, we're not moving forward to the race, we'll be moving forward to Q3. As it looks like it's going to be the Williams with RSF1 Oscar going to be the first one out the pit lane for this Q3 session. Followed by the AlphaTauri of Quaker. So, if the people in the chat want to make some predictions for the up and coming Q3 session, go ahead just before we start getting all the flying laps and every driver out in track and par from the McLaren of Spooky, who's still sat in the garage. So here we go, on board with RSF1 Oscar in the Williams car coming to start his lap. So heading the start finish line now. Coming down into turn 1 of Sandoval. Nicely done, third gear, short shift and exit. Now up to the casino section. Nice that he's got the car planted. Come down into the mirror bows on 18-2 first sector. Not bad, short shifts a lot there to minimise any wheel spin. Very nicely done from the Williams driver through Poirier. Now through the famous tunnel section. Down into second best overtaking zone on the track. Not Mirabel, on the Novell chicane. And now through to back. Very nicely done from the Williams driver again. He's got the car planted where he wants it to be. Bit wobbly on the exit there. And now to back. No, not to back, Raskas. And then Anthony Nogues for the first time in this qualifying session. It's a 9-6 against kicked off. What's Quaker going to do? 10-5 from Quaker. McLaren next. He's not on a lap. It'll be middle of RSF1's signs. Now Sainz coming across the line, it's going to be a 9-9, 3/10 of Oscar. Shane doesn't look to be on a lap. What about Stretch? He's on an outlap. No, he's on a valid outlap. Benz is invalidate with Eel directly behind. Eagle cross line is a 10-9. Howard 11-8. Spooky's on a lap in the McLaren though. Always went very deep into the Novell chicane. That'll cost him a bit of time through to back into the swim pool section. Always invalidate that, unfortunately. Sainz is on another one. I didn't see his sector split. But that looked very nice through there into Raskas. Always pulled out of it last second. Stretch looks like he may have pulled out of it as well. Yeah, he has. Stretch has abandoned his lap. Cooper Ben's going to be the next one. Oh, he's a bit lost of traction there, going into Anthony. No, that'll cost him a lot of time there. He's had to take the tyre line. It's a 10-2 from Ben's. Peachy Pig though will be the next one and probably the only one right now to come through and set a lap unless Oscar's on one in front. He's 600ths down. He's pulled out of it last second. Peachy Pig's next. Grazing that wall in the entry. He's taking a nice tight line into Raskas as well and Nogs. There's going to be 10-9 from Peachy Pig. Eagles just finished the lap 10-3 from the Mercedes driver. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there. Has Shane spun out the last? Oh, he spun out the last corner and he's got half a wing. Oh, he's went a bit deep in the turn one as well. Spooky just behind them though, it's on a lap. Into turn one, nicely done. Not bad at all through here. 18-4 from Spooky first sector. He's currently 2/10 down on Oscar. First gear to get the car turned in. Short shifting and exit to minimise the wheel spin in the portier. There's a slow moving car Shane who'll get out of the way nicely going into the tunnel. Oh, he's turned in too early there and cut the corner. Is he going to finish up the lap anyways? See what it would have been. Yeah, he pulls into the pit lane. Stretches on a lap. For the Mercedes team's currently sat P9, not set a valid lap time yet. But, so hopefully Stretch is up there in the championship as well. I believe he's in that battle for second place with Falcon, Camel, Cooper, Bend and Shane and all that. Too many to name as this tier is very close. Always tapped that wall into back. He would have picked up minor damage from that. He's still going though. Front right lock up, he's going to continue the lap. A bit of a wobbling exit though. Coming across the line. It's a 10-7, puts himself into P6. Next one round will be the Red Bull of RSF1 Saints. So the Red Bull driver beginning the lap, I'm going to leave you on board with him as I need to quickly go and get a drink. As I just came back to Sainz in the fastest lap by 6 milliseconds over RSF1 Oscar, who's just came out of the pit lane behind him. So who's on the lap? Let's find someone. Camel will be the next one to come over across the line in the Racing Point car. What's he going to do? Can it challenge? Unfortunately, it won't. 99 puts himself into P3. Shane's beginning the lap. Peachy Pig's finishing a lap. He's 15 seconds down, so it's not a good representative time. Stretch is on another one, however. Oh, a bit of a wobbler. Anthony Novson revs out second year too much. That'll cost him a lot of time. That'll cost him on improving as well. Eagle's going to be next. He's 700s up on his lap time. He's went a bit deep on Anthony Noakes. As we're coming across the line, it's a 10-3, doesn't improve either. Cooper Benz is 700s down on his time. Sainz is gone again, and he's improved by 2 cents, 9-3. Cooper Benz now across the line. Replaces his teammate in P3, does a 9-7. Shane's invalidated, but he's got one more crack at it. His teammates also got another crack at it. Stretch is done. Quakerlets is done. Eagle's not going to have another crack at it. Spooky is. Done at the Novell chicane. Very nice of them from Spooky. Getting the car turned in. Sessions now falling. Spooky pulls into the pit lane. That's him done. Eagles also pulled into the pit lane. Is down. Sainz hasn't gone again. So it's down to Oscar. What's he on? Didn't see second sector split. So then the Rascas. Nicely done. Very nicely done now. Anthony knows. Can we see an 8 here? We can't. He's on pole position. There's no. There's now Shane coming to finish his lap. What can Shane do in the Renault? It's going to be P6, a 10-2, and Peachy Pig looks like he's backed out of the lap, so that's all she wrote. RSF1 Oscar is your pole position setter for F3 tonight, followed by RSF1 Saints and the Red Bull. Great battle between those two. As here we are, we see your top 10 for the qualifying grid. Starting from top to bottom to top, sorry. We have Peachy Pig in the Renault. In P9 we have RSF1 Stretch in the Mercedes. In P8 we have Quaker, it's 1992 in the AlphaTauri. P7 we have the other Mercedes of Eagle 78X. Then P6 we have RSF1 Chain 0407 in the Renault. We have a fellow Scotsman of mine, Spooky 8511. In the McLaren, then we have our top, all racing fourth, Cooper Benz in third, and then our top two we have RSF1 Saints in the Red Bull and the reserve of RSF1 Oscar in the Williams. As I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that, people. I am back. So we have our 19 drivers lining up in the grid for the race shortly. As the best lobby host readies up. And yeah, Dan, unfortunately it's just me as people may not be aware that Xbox were having issues. Me and my co-com, Malibu couldn't connect in a party together, and yeah, so I'm stuck here myself, unfortunately. So we're going to quickly run you through the formation lap from bottom to top. In P19 we have RSF1 Millsy and Alfa Romeo on the medium tyres. In P18 we have Koala VG and the Ferrari on the hard tyres after his 5 place grid draw. Lines up in P18 on the hards. P17 we have Braver Container and the Haas on the medium tyres. In P16 we have Musical Rocket 73 and the Ferrari on the medium tyres. In P15 we have Eyes the Best and the Red Bull on some medium tyres. In P14 we have SSRL Gasly and the McLaren on the medium tyres. In P13 we have Quirky Turtle and the Haas on the medium tyres. In P12 we have LR Blazer Guns and the AlphaTauri on the medium tyres. In P11 we have RSF1 Falcon and the Williams on the medium tyres. And in P10, top 10 we have PG Pig and the Renault on the softs. RSF1 Stretch and the Mercedes on the softs. In P9 and P8 we have Quaker Oats 1992 and the AlphaTauri on the softs. In P7 we have RSF Eagle 78X and the Mercedes on the softs. P6 we have RSF1 Chain 0407 who's currently lagged out, so I'll hopefully try and get him in quickly. I'll leave the rest for you guys to figure out, as I've not got time to do it before lights out. As RSF1 Oscar. Oh, Science is lagged out as well. But we're all lining up on the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix for the F3 division. Hopefully we'll go fine and dandy. And we're away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. As lights out, away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. Oscar gets a great start, and the racing points have currently swamped Saints, and there's a racing point 2, 3. We've got many. Oh, big collision at turn 1. Oh, there's a Renault off, and we've got a VSC. Camel got a 5-second penalty. Oh, Camel was involved in all of the. Was he? No, he wasn't. So he's picked up a 5-second. Oh, a collision between those two. Eyes gets a penalty with Braver. Oh. Peachy Pig was one involved at turn 1. Petronas took it very carefully to avoid any damage. Quirky Turtle 5-second pen. We're getting penalties left, right, centre, gents. Has our first virtual safety car. The race comes to a close and we're away. Oscar has pulled a gap on Cooper Benson. So it's a race point 2, 3 at the minute. Oh, something's happened at the back between the few at the back. Oh, Quirky Turtle's not got much wing. He's going to move out the way nicely for his teammate. So we're all spread off into packs already. Shane, I think, has negative 200-degree tyres. As yellow flag, Quirky Turtle's out. Oh, he's binned it to back. That's not helpful for him. As I don't know anymore, to be fair. Oh, big contact between Spooky and not Gasly, someone. The pit entry. Shane's got damage by the looks of things. Gasly has damage, yeah, damage all over the shop for people. As Oscar's pulled about a 1 point, near enough 2 second gap, and we've got a safety car to clear away all the debris at the last corner. So imagine we'll be CS leaders in the pit lane. So as Oscar pits into the pit lane, Ben stays out, Camel pits in, Jake stays out, Spooky's in, Eagle's in, Quaker's in, Stretch will stay out because of his teammate, I would assume. Yep, Stretch stays out, Blazer stays out, Musical Rocket pits, Braver stays out, Gasly will be in it with all his damage, yep. Gasly and Patronus will stay out. Shane's driving around the track with pretty much no wing, and then we'll have a lot of pitties of Falcon, Eyes, Koala and Peachy. So, Benz will take the lead. Oh, it's close between Oscar and Blazer. Camel's picked up damage and he's came out very far behind. And he's behind Eagle and Patronus. He's going to have fun getting past Patronus, Camel is. So where will Falcon come out relative to the people in the pits? He'll come out behind Musical Rocket by the looks of things. Oh, Ben's 5 seconds. Oh, Saints and Ben's made a collision. Had a collision, sorry. Now, top 3 all have 5-second penalties. That's not gonna. Oh, Camel served his 5 seconds. That's what it was. Ah, I see. As Isaac found himself back in the pit lane. I imagine we'll have a few laps under a safety car to let the pack catch back up, as I believe we're on lap 2, but it's saying 3. Oscar came out in the mediums, most people have came back out in the hards. Highest hard tyre runner now is Spooky in the McLaren. Oh, Ben's, oh no, Saints pits to serve the 5 second and get a new nose. And a fresh set of hard tyres as well. He'll drop to near enough at the back. No, he won't. He'll drop behind Musical Rocket and maybe Falcon. I don't think he'll be behind Musical Rocket now, because he's getting on the nose. Saints will come out just in front of Koala and feed himself back out in the 13th, not at the start of the championship. Would have wanted as it leaves. Cooper Benz in the lead, followed by RSF1 Stretch, then RSF1 Oscars next, followed by Blazer Guns, then we have Braver in 5th, then we have our lead hard tyre runner of Spooky, then we have Eagle, Milsey / Patronus, then we have Camel, Quaker, Falcon, who pitted on lap 1 for damage, then we have Gasly, Saints, then we have Koala, Shane, Peachy, Musical Rocket and Eyes will bring up the rear of the field. As it stands at the minute, as it's Monaco and there's still another 35 laps to go in this race, so it's never over until the race is over. As we'll have one more lap under this safety car. As I can see, not a lot of drivers choosing to underfuel their car. There's a few I can see off. And yellow lights. Cooper Benz tries to fake people into the pit lane. As Musical Rockets found himself in the pit lane again to get another new nose. And he's putting on the hards again. How much pit stops has he made already? Oh, he's already made 3 ventures into the pit lane in 5 laps. It's not an ideal start, but you know. Oscar's been sat under an AI mode for a long time. He might have some cold tyres as the AI doesn't like to heat up your tyres for you. So it's not going to be ideal. As the safety car should be in at the end of this lap, as it's been out since the end of lap 2. And you almost spent 3 laps under a safety car in this game. So hopefully it'll get called in very shortly. And it is called in this lap, so Benz will be leading the pack away around the streets of Monaco. He's going to back up a lot here to let the safety car get into the pit lane. And he's gone just before the last corner, caught Stretch off guard a bit, but a bit of a wobble. Stretch has a wobble, they're all having. Oh, Blazer! They're all wobbling because of their cold tyres at the minute. Oh, yellow flag by the looks of it. Something's gone on down at Raskas. But the race is underway and Stretch is all over the back of Cooper Benz through the casino section with RSF1 and Oscar following closely. Stretch is looking. Oh, Oscar's very late on the brakes on the mirror ball. As Blazers caught back up to the field, Shane and Peachy swap positions by the looks of things. Oh, car parked into the hairpin by the looks of things. No driver gets damaged, but these have a top 5 train of Braver Container, Blazer Guns, Oscar, Stretch and Benz all leading the way at the pack. And Spooky's dropping back. Has he maybe picked up some damage somewhere? No, he's probably just struggling for initial warm up on those tyres. As Oscar sets, no, Blazer sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I must say thank you to the 34 viewers currently tuning into this race. Oh, Ben's big wobble. This is going to put Stretch red contention down into Mirabel. Down the inside goes the Mercedes driver, a lot of room left, good respectful driving. But he backs out of that, good decision there from Stretch not to cause a collision. Oh, we have a yellow flag somewhere by the looks of things. Just flicking through, Eyes and Musical have lost a lot of time as Musical maybe picked up damage again. Not by the looks of things, but Benz has sort of pulled about a 6/10 gap as the top 5 have separated from the train behind of the people that have pitted. Oh, Ben's very deep into, and he's got damage. Ben's damage at Raskas. It's not ideal for him as he's sat in the lead of the Grand Prix. Blazer's in, is that for damage? It looks it is, yeah. No nose for Blazer, and that will drop him to the rear of the field. Yeah, Stretch looks the quicker driver out. Benz as he's also just picked up damage. So that's not going to help him as he's maybe going to look for a switch back down into Mirabel again. He's trying it, he's all over from Stretch. He backs out of it again. As Spooky's beginning to catch up to train, he's been able to drop Eagle a bit, who's got Patronus / Milsey right behind as well. Eagle's a bit jumpy as well. So we've just got a big DRS train really, as it's Monaco, there's not a lot of spots to overtake. As look at stretches all over the back of Cooper Benz, but he can't get past because he's only got 2 possible overtaking zones. Eyes picks up a 3-second pen. Braver's looking up the inside. Oh, that was always going to close Braver. He's going to pull off into the pits. He's probably picked up light green wing damage. As here comes Stretch, DRS overtake. Is he going to look down the inside at turn 1? No. He's going to try and get the run though, coming up to Casino. Gasly's also ended up in the pit lane. Has Sainz made any progress? He has. I think he's managed to find he's been in front of Quali. He's just sat behind Falcon at the minute. And Spooky's just outside. Spooky's in the DRS range now of the top 3 as a net leader. RSF1 Oscar's stuck behind these 2 that haven't pitted yet. So it's not going to do his race a hold of good, as he needs to make another stop. Stretch. Oh, yellow flag. Bravers went round it. Just on the exit of Casino. He's got wing damage both sides. It's not ideal for him. I think Musical's found himself in the pit lane again. So back on with this top 4. Benz pulls into the pits. He pulls the trigger. Wants to get rid of the damage. As Braver spun again down in the exit of the hairpin. He's got no front wing whatsoever. Now this releases Oscar onto the back of Stretch. Benz is in, he'll come out probably in 14th behind. Oh, he'll come out 14th just in front of Gasly. Oh, safety car. Something's gone off. Braver's. Oh, he's binned it. So this gives Stretch a free pit stop here, and he should comfortably jump the racing point of Benz now with that safety car. I imagine Oscar may pull into the pits as well, because he'll need to get off those tyres ASAP. So is Stretch going to pit? That's the main question we're all asking at the minute. Or will Oscar pit? Or will both? No, Stretch has a 5-second pen to serve. He might not be able to get in front of Ben. So Stretch is in, Oscar stays out. Most people are just going to stay apart from Stretch, I would imagine. No, Koala also peels in. People that have pitted onto the mediums will maybe pit in as well. Eyes is caught back up. Now here comes Benz. He'll need to back up, so I highly doubt Stretch will get him. Stretch onto the mediums. That's a bold call there, and Koala gets on the nose as well. So Stretch comes out in P12 on the mediums. He'll filter out behind the likes of Eyes, Peachy and Shane. But now, quick rundown, as I believe we're all done pitting. Oh, never mind. Gasly's just got in front of Koala. So Oscar takes the lead of the race after starting the pole, followed by Spooky, and the McLaren. Then it's Eagle in 3rd, Millsy in 4th, then it's Camo 5th, followed by Quaker in 6th, Falcon in 7th, Sainz in 8th after his wing damage early on and a 5-second penalty for his miseries. Then P9 is the 10th, the 2 rounds of Peachy Pig leading, and Shane in front. No, Shane in 10th actually, and then we have Eyes in 11th. They have the Stretch in P12, followed by Cooper Benz in 13th. Then it's Gaslight in 14th with Koala in 15th, and then bringing up the rear of the field at the moment is Musical Rocket 73 and the LR Blazer Guns. This is our 2nd safety car already this race, and we've had a VSC as well, so it's not going to be ideal. Has just hit a dry patch now because of the safety car, and I believe we will be in the end of this lap because of Blazer and Musical should catch up by the ending of Sector 2. Yep, as both Ferraris are there and Blazer will catch up as well, so we'll be back under racing conditions at the end of this lap. As now safety car pulling in, we'll jump on board with Oscar, who's leading the pack. He's got his overtake on nice and early. Got to get the best jump possible as it goes just before the last corner. As Spooky go, as Oscar's pulled away nicely, Mills is not giving Eagle a moment's pieces either. Here comes, Peachy Pig, near enough bum drive, down the inside, that's a move. Sainz has to give the room and picks up wing damage for his miseries as well, that's not going to help him. Peachy Pig made the move up the inside. Jake went a bit too wide unfortunately for him, as Oscar's pulled 2.2 seconds already. As through, yep, Oscar's bolted. As here we are, we've got Oscar's pulled near enough 4 seconds on this lap alone. Sainz and Peachy again. Contact between the two by the looks of it. Peachy looks like he's picked up white. No, he's probably just tapped the inside wall. Stretch is behind Shane as well, who's behind Peachy. So Stretch has kept himself clean off the restart and he's making up positions. Stretch is looking all over the back of Shane here. He's locked up a bit. Also put the lights of that behind him off. But Spooky's out of DRS range. He's burnt all his DRS, so same with Oscar. 5 seconds. Kowalski in disguise. Mills with a big wobble there with the chicane. Crash Musical looks like he's gone round it, and the eyes has collected him. He's lying in the middle of the track. Hopefully this shouldn't cause another safety car, as DRS is enabled. Sainz also paid, which I did miss indeed. But also 6.1 seconds and 2 and a bit laps. Not too shabby. Stretch gets past Shane, who hits the wall. Shane's hit the wall, and I imagine he's picked up a good amount of damage as well. Let's try and get an onboard view. By the look, yeah, he's picked up a damage on his left end plate. So now Stretch is releasing after his teammate Peachy Pig. As Gasly's looking to try and get past Cooper Benz as well. Oh, yellow flag musicals went off again. This has not got damage this time. Blazer and Shane. Shane pulls off into the pit lane. He'll put a set of mediums on. Benz picks up a 3-second penalty with Gasly right up behind him. Is he going to maybe look for a move in the casino? Not quite. He's not close enough. Stretch is being held up massively here by Peachy Pig. As well, Shane's going to pull out the pits. But almost a 8.2 second gap between the front two. As Oster's pulled a huge gap on with the tyre advantage he has. But Spooky's gapped Eagle as well, who's got a big train behind him. With Millsy, who's not stopped. With Camel, Quaker, Falcon, and Peachy as well. Oh no, not Peachy. But look at Stretch, he's going to maybe have a look into the back here. Not quite close enough to make the move. Is he maybe going to look for the Rascas send? Yeah, again, not close enough for the move. Bit of contact. Gasly gets past Cooper Benz, who's managed to hit the wall, I think. Yeah. Oh, down the inside. Oh, looking around the outside. Stretch was, but Peachy Pig not giving him an inch of room to do so. Saints that's the fastest lap he's got to try and claw back points, but we've got a couple of battles here. We have our top two who have separated away from the pack. Then we have Eagle leading a train of Patronus, Camel, Quaker, Falcon. Then we have Peachy Pig leading a train of Stretch, Gasly, Benz, Koala, Blazer. Then we have our rest just all on their own due to damage, etc. Oh, Camel very close to that wall. He nearly picked up damage. As Patronus very slow through the back section, Rashcast section. 10.6 the gap is. Up front is now Eagle, a bit of a mistake in the turn one, a bit rear end happy. As Koala's going to look for the move down the inside, the turn one of Benz. Benz doesn't give him enough room. Koala just about keeps out the wall. And Blazer needs to slam on his brakes because he unghosts. I missed the overtake. Stretch and Stretch and Peachy Pig going at it as my batteries decide to die on me. Can Stretch finally make the move on Peachy Pig? Peachy Pig's very low on the RS. He's going to look around there. Oh no. That's not going very well for Stretch, and now he's got damage both end plates. And now Peachy Pig has got Gasly behind him. Oh, never mind, I've spoke too soon. I think I mean, no, never mind, they're side by side. Oh, and Cooper Benz is in the wall again. Point to the gap is out in front though, as Oscar's trying to stretch a gap enough to maybe look for the overtake on, an overcut on Spooky. As Sainz gets past Stretch, who's struggling to turn, I would imagine. Camel, Millsy picks up a 3-second pen, fourth. Camel's all over the back, has those hard times finally. Those mediums of Millsy sang till the end. Ours has still got life in them because Camel can't get past. He's under pressure from Laker and Falcon. Here comes Camel, he's looking for the move, but he can't get close enough. Oh, Patronus taps the wall. I think he's picked up damage, he has. Millsy damage, oh he's almost got it again. Here comes Camel, gonna look round. Oh, he's letting them through. He's let them through, and oh, Falcon couldn't quite take advantage of that either. That's unfortunate, as Camel now moves up into P4. And he's got a gap to close of 3.4 seconds to re-go ahead. For this last podium position, Stretch comes out behind the eyes and hopefully get out in front of Musical Rocket, which he does. Gasly's looking to go down the inside of Novell chicane on PG Pig. Oh, no contact. Still contact being made between the two, but Gasly gets the move done just before to back. But PG Pig's gonna go for the switchback, not side by side through here. Thank you. As Millsy does pit because he's got that wing damage, I imagine he'll put a set of soft tyres on and hopefully take them to the end. A set of hard tyres goes on as Camel, Quaker and Falcon's lost a lot of time because of Millsy struggling. He's lost about 2 seconds to the car in front. Gasly's got past Peachy. As looking close here, behind Peachy is Cooper Benz and Koala, looking to prick out the skirts. Down into the Grand Hotel hairpin, 15.3 seconds gap is out front. Eyes picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. As I believe that's going to be Blazer getting lapped now of, as Oscar does come down the pit lane. Well, comes down the main straight, should I say. As Koala, no, Peachy Pig decides to pit off those mediums. He's put another set on, they'll go to the end of the race. Sainz gets past, Shane gets past, oh no, Sainz is in the pits again. Put another set of mediums on. So Shane moves himself back into the points paying positions. Millsy gets out in front of Peachy. Just about. Millsy and P11 just gets out in front of Peachy. 6. Oh, Stretch and Sainz, oh, contact with the wall for Stretch. Just edges in front of Sainz, that was pretty close between the two drivers. Oh, yellow flags, Blazers called it a night, Eyes is in the pit lane again. Who's also been lapped now by Oscar, the race leader. As we'll move out the way of Spooky's Sat and P2. As we've not got much battles apart from Peachy Pig and Millsy. Oh, it's a bit tight coming into Rascas. Now we're just the only battle we really have right now is between Oh, here comes Peachy Pig on the look down the inside. That's a dive. Oh, it's a bit close for comfort between the two. As Camel's got a lot of time on Eagle as well. Yellow flag, musical rock has binned it. Casino. Oh, big impact safety car. This is just going to hand Oscar the race lead again. This Cooper Ben's pied at the right time because he should. No, he could be close for 10th. He'll lose 10th, unfortunately. So another safe car lap, 24.39, still 15 laps remaining. Oscar will definitely be in the pits after taking those mediums. 21 laps. They'll be putting on a set of mediums, I would imagine, maybe softs. Yeah, another set of mediums, he's going safe. Yep, Spooky also pits. Will Eagle decide to dive in as well? Eagle stays out for track position, Camel stays out for track position, Quaker stays out for track position. Falcon's going to pull in. They're all jumping Spooky here. Gasly stays out for track position. Will he jump his teammate? It's going to be close. Oh, I think he's tried to let him past. As Falcon's loses. Falcon on the softs. Shane jumps up in 8th. Falcon should come out in a comfortable 9th, but it's not ideal for him. Oh, Peachy Pig and Falcon. So we have 15 drivers remaining. Eyes has not managed to get past Oscar, unfortunately, and will stay a lap down in 15th. Unless the game allows him to overtake. But a quick rundown of the field, we have RSF1 Oscar leading the race in the Williams car, followed by EU78X in the Mercedes. We have Camel 432 in the Racing Point in 3rd, followed by Quaker Oats and the AlphaTauri in 4th. Then it's the two McLarens, 5th and 6th of Gasly and Spooky. 7th we have Koala, 8th we have Shane, 9th we have Falconbot, 10th we have Peachy Pig, 11th we have Cooper Benz, 12th we have Millsy, Shane Pitts. Shane comes out between Peachy Pig and Benz. Ice gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. I imagine he's going to call it a night, and he does. So we have one more lap under a safety car before we go racing on lap 28 of 39. We'll have an 11 lap sprint. to the end of the race. Cooper Benz gets a 5-second penalty with a collision with Peachy Pig. Shane gets a 5. What's going off here then? Now Shane gets a 5-second pen for ignoring yellow flags. Safety car's gonna come in at the end of this lap. It'll be Oscar leading the pack away on lap 28. Gasly gets a 5-second pen for a collision with Quaker Oats. As we're back on the way, very slow start from the drivers. Gasly moves straight out of the way of his teammate. As we're underway, for the last 11 laps of the Monaco Grand Prix, and Oscar's gone again. Oh, Qual Gasly! No, don't go. Falcon! And we've got Falcon trying to look round the outside of the hairpin, but can't quite get moves done. Gasly picks up a 3-second time pen. Look at the extra traction. Falcon got out of that car. He's going to look to go around the outside through the tunnel. We'll get there. Here comes Shane down the inside. Oh no! Oh no! That hasn't gone well. Beach Pig just gets a 5-second pen, and we've got another safety car. Woohoo! See that now, as I imagine, 5 seconds and 1 lap there from Oscar. Yeah, everyone's going to stay apart from the people that get damaged in that kerfuffle. Peachy Pig pits, Gasly pits, Falcon stays out, Shane pits, Ben stays out, and then yeah. Sainz found himself in the points again. Stretch is just tickling the points. Oh, the McLaren's boxed in there because the Renault's stacking. And he'll lose a lot of time, and Shane will end up down in 14th. And currently holding the wooden spoon. Peach Pig 3-second penalty for corner cutting. And he puts on 20 lap on mediums. I don't think that's the smartest idea. As thank you for the 37 people still tuning into this race, as we're about to hit lap 30 and we've had 4 safety cars and 1 VSC. If anyone's wondering. Peachy Pig finds himself back in the pit lane to get off those 20 lap old mediums, and he'll put on a set of hards now. As Shane will come out in 13th. Well, Shane will take 13th back off Peachy Pig, who's put the hards on. You are correct, now Monaco does bring chaos. Peachy Pig pits again. Who's actually got the most? Pits. Oh God, so we've had 7. Peachy Pig's made 4, about to be 5. So our record so far is 7. As Musical used 3 hards and 4 mediums. I retired on 5 as well, so he used 4 medium. No, yeah, 5. So he's used 3 mediums, a soft and a hard. Then Blazer used a hard, a soft, a hard, and 3 mediums. So the safety car should be in this lap, as it's past the amount of laps. We've been under it, I think. Yep, it is safety car in this lap. I'll give you a check now, Elliot. Eagle has no warnings whatsoever. So here we go, we're underway again. Oscar leads the pack away, as we don't have any shenanigans by the looks of things. And he's pulled 2.3 seconds already. PG Pig picks up a 3-second penalty for warnings. There's Koalas all over the back of Spooky, who's still stuck behind Quaker and Co. As we currently have, oh look at, here comes Saints and Patronus, possibly, down into the Novella chicane. Patronus defends that inside line. As, Oscar's pulled 4 near enough 5 seconds this lap. Peachy Pig's got damage again, as Oscar sets fastest lap. As Falcon picks up a 3-second penalty. As Peter Pig pits, he's serving a 5-second, he's getting a new wing. Oh, look at Spooky's all over the back of Quaker. He's going to start struggling on them tyres. Stretch picks up a pen, yellow flag, gases went round. As we look at Spooky, he's getting close. Stretch is in the pits, I imagine he may call it a night. No, he's going to get a new wing and continue. Fair play, Stretch. Falcon gets past, oh, while down the inside the mirror ball, we'll have a bit of a stop down at the hairpin as we're all stuck in a DRS train. Basically everyone in the whole field bar Stretch and Oscar, with Oscar's nearly pulled 10 seconds. Spooky has damage as well in the mediums. Falcon needs to start making his way through the field if he wants more and more points, as he is second in the championship and will close up on Saints at this rate, but they're all stuck in the DRS train. Falcon's going to look round the outside of turn 1 but backs out the move. Now down into the casino. He's thinking about it but doesn't go for the move either. He's all over the back, he's struggling on his mediums with the wing damage. Peachy Pig gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Garrison picks up 3-second penalty in 12th as Peachy Pig's in the pits again. Stretch. I think DC'd. Spooky gets past Quaker, I've just missed that. So here comes Falcon trying to make the move and Quaker. As we've got a few laps remaining in this race. Falcon, as Dan said earlier, it's Oscar's race to lose. He's got 12.6 seconds. I would imagine he may go cruise mode. As we're on the second to last lap, Benz picks up another pen. Sainz is all over the back of Milksy but can't get past. Falcons, oh, Cooper Ben's looking round the outside of Koala into turn 1 but can't quite make the move. You'll need to wait now, Elliot, until this battle's finished between Koala and Ben's. Hope I have a love tap. But I think that's it over. I'll give a quick look at Eagle's pens. Eagle still doesn't have a warning. So they've just hit the penultimate lap of the race. Sainz is still over the back of Milsey but can't get past. So we've just stuck here at the minute. Oh, Oscar's retired? I'm very confused. Well, this has got, so it's all or nothing for Camel now. As on to the final lap of the race we go. So it's Eagle Camel for the win on pens unless Eagle picks up 3 warnings in 1 lap. So nothing for Camel. If he can get the run off this corner, it could be looking. As here comes Camel. He's not close enough. Eagle, we can't get close enough. He was looking up the inside but can't get it. Koala could end up on the podium. Koala's going to end up on the podium here. As now coming through to back for the last time. We're going to jump on board with Eagle. As he now is going to come through Raskas for the final time of the race. It's going to win the Monaco Grand Prix after weird circumstances on the last lap and wins. Camel comes home in P2, Koala comes home in P3, Spooky P4, Falcon P5, Milsey P6, Quaker P7, Jake P8, Shane P9, Cooper P10 and Gasser looks like it could come home in P11. I'm very confused what happened with Oscar at the end there. As Gasly comes across the line and win. Nope, comes home in P11. As Eagle wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Followed by I'll have to get this podium celebrations. Comms don't hurt. Standings don't hurt me, please. as we have I'll get our top 3 into the party. I think we capped at 40 viewers in the end. Hopefully we don't have any party issues. I'll scroll down because standings will hurt me if I don't. And there we go. There we go, right, I can hear us all now. So, can we all make sure we've included your audio in the stream, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, starting with P3, Koala. It was a bit of an odd race from you, obviously. You looked like you had the early pace in Q1, then picked up a 5th place grid penalty. Any explanation behind that?
So there was someone coming through turn 1. I think it might have been Shane that was coming through turn 1. So I waited in the pit lane because I was coming out the pits, and someone was behind me as well. So we must have waited a good like 5 seconds whilst whoever, I think it might have been Shane, was going through turn 1, and I got illegal blocking, 5 place penalty. So I mean, I thought I had the pace. I thought I could get the today, but
yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But I believe you qualified P13 in the end, and then started 18th because the pen just runs through your race.
Yeah, and then I got hit on the formation lap, so I called tires, so practically last.
Oh. Any more on your race? Like, it looked pretty eventful from your POV.
Yeah, well, I started on the highs and had damage early, so I needed to go into the mediums, and then that safety car came out, so I thought, okay, let's go back with the hards, and then I realised that everyone around me had penalties, so I just drove my own race, tried to be as clean as possible, and then I had people dive bomb me from left, right, centre. So I must have been slow going around there, but it was worth it.
Yep, obviously, I believe you're reserved because moving on to next week, Baku. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, well, if anyone drops out, then I'll be the like.
We'll have to hear it. So, we hope to see you back next week. And stay safe. And so, moving on to P2, Dino Gang,
Hello.
Camel.
Yeah.
Okay, just run us through your race, really.
Well, first we started on. Well, I think Science disconnected or something. I don't know at the start, but he was AI'd at the start. So I went down his inside at turn 1, and I got 5 seconds for nothing. So when that first safety car came out, I thought, well, I may as well just serve it and then take the halves to the end, and I drove to the end. Race done.
Didn't look very eventful. It looked like you were sat in the DRS train the whole race.
Yeah, no, I just kind of sat there. I think I wanted the Eagle to make a mistake, but he didn't, which isn't fun.
Yep, and next track as well, Baku. I know you love a good bit of Baku.
Oh, I love Baku.
Are you going to ball no TC next week, or?
I'm going to try it, but we'll see. I'll probably stay. Apparently, Baku's not as bad on no TC, so I might turn it back off.
Everyone loves the trial, they say. So, moving on to Eagle, yeah, our race runner. So, your race.
Well, I've got to thank Button first of all for engineering me tonight. constantly in gear. Um, pretty uneventful race, really. Pitted under the first safety car for hards. Thought I'd be able to take him to the end. Just tried to keep it clean, keep out the walls, not get any penalties, which I did. Didn't even get a single warning, I don't think. And then towards the end, just trying to keep Camo behind me, which was quite difficult, but I managed it. What happened? I don't know. I'm quite surprised I'm even in the top 10, to be honest. What happened to Oscar?
He just
Where
retired
did
in the
he?
pits in the last lap. We'll start
Strange.
penultimate lap.
What
He
position
was
was he?
first.
No.
Yeah. Oh, he was miles ahead of everyone.
Why? why? Why did you retire?
Maybe he
No.
realised he was way too fast for me.
So, anyway, moving away from this discussion, well done on your win, and Baku next week. How's that going to go?
If I was-
Yeah, 50-50. It all depends. I've had a couple of decent races there before. Last season didn't go great. I got taken out towards the end, but it's one of them tracks. It's turn up on the day, see what happens, doesn't it?
Yep, so I'm going to round off here. Thank you to the people that tuned in. I believe we peaked at 40 viewers tonight, sorry, which was quite good. And yep, so tomorrow will be Michael and Michael and Rogue in the comms box. And then I'll be back next week with the LSF streaming F3. So I hope you all have a good evening, stay safe, and wash your hands. Oh, right, I need to.